What's going on, guys? This is Bossrosslp, and welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. In the last session, we cleared up Case 3. Pretty smooth, I might say. Water. Funny story. I was actually planning to do some New Vegas, considering I have to leave for work in 2 hours at 4:40 in the morning, because it's 2:25 right now, opening. But the space requirements for doing a session of New Vegas, which ranges anywhere from an hour to 2 hours, can take anywhere from 20 gigabytes to 100 gigabytes. So I don't have the space requirements for that. So we're doing Phoenix Wright, guys. I could edit some shit out, but if I do that, then I can't record anything. This is basically my way of waking up, even though I never really fell asleep. I tried after the end of Smash Brothers, the third session, to fall asleep, and it did not work. So instead, here I am. Let's just begin. I've only been up for, 13 hours, and I'll have to be up for another 12 hours on top of that in order to survive today's work day, but who cares? I'll live. I'm good. So we already saw this, but we can take another close look at it. So who was it that fell again? Was it the girl? You know, Phoenix says he doesn't know much about computers, yet he's using a laptop. It's kind of weird. Yep. Ah, gotcha. Wait, that's Phoenix. Wait, whoa, 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 I just saw that. Phoenix was in the hospital. No, go back. Oh, I can't go back. Yeah, he would go back on your own. He was sitting there with the tray in front of him. He had the blood pack going into his arm. He was in the hospital. Why was he in the hospital? I guess because he swallowed that bottle of poison. No, wait, that wouldn't make any sense. Why was he in the hospital? Oh, poor Phoenix. Did you get hit over the head with a fire hydrant again? Not a fire hydrant, a fire extinguisher. I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm gonna die. Seriously, I thought I already died. I thought I didn't have to bring this voice back anymore. Well, I guess it's good that I get to use it again. I never should have accepted this case. Yeah! Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia. I didn't do nothing. I swear, I didn't kill nobody. Terry Fowles, my first client. Sentenced to death 5 years ago, and now a prison escapee. Well, if looks could kill, he definitely couldn't do it. That is like the frowniest villain I've ever seen. Like, look at him. Like, what's his number? 073 sideways fireball? What is that? Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. So why'd you escape anyway? I'm sorry. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lied. I didn't escape from nowhere. But, Mr. Fowles, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago. I'm sorry. I don't lie. Oh boy. But anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody. Sorry for asking, but, you're on death row, right? I'm really sorry. They sentenced me to die 5 years ago. But I was tricked, I tell you. That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear it. I didn't kill her. I could never do that. 2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. Then about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. The police believe that Terry Fowles did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman? Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped. So that much is true. He did meet with the victim. But I didn't kill her. She was alive when I lived. She was alive. It's true. I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Huh. Who's the ha? Who the hell is this? You're not going to figure out the truth by just staring at the guy. Wait a minute. Is that Gatto? It looks an awful lot like Gatto. It's like a reskin. Like the hair looks, well, yeah, the hair looks somewhat similar. He has the same face tonal features, the same earrings. It's like, it's Gatto, but it's not Gatto. Huh. Gatto's brother? Tadog? Tadog. That's terrible. Why are you here? Came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big scary lion's den. I'm thinking about giving him Gatto's voice, because that looks a lot like Gatto. I thought maybe you'd like... He's even doing the Gatto face! Oh, this is totally Gatto. What the fuck is he doing here? Thought maybe you'd like someone to play with. Yeah, I'm giving him Gatto voice from now on. Where's Mr. Grossberg? That old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me. Diego Armando. Diego Armando, huh? Well, it's not Gatto, but it is Gatto. It looks an awful lot like Gatto. I'm confused. Well, he's a little bit more theatric than Gatto, so I guess I will give him a bit higher pitch of a voice, but more like booming, I guess. I didn't say... So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices is here for me? Nah, you got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine, an escaped death row convict for our first client. Yeah, thanks. I sure wish I could get out of it, though. Ha! Relax, I just heard some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned the reputation as a genius since beginning his law career. Wait. Edgeworth? Genius? Well, it's about time to head in, kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time. A solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. That's why my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him. But not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple childlike voice, he does have a childlike voice, I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. Alright, let's believe in him. God, this is going to feel like a tutorial, but it's not a tutorial, because it's actually going to be harder. Because they're throwing us right into it again. It's Edgeworth. We're fucked. Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Fowles. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. I understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers? Yes, Your Honor. I'm Maya Fay. Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. So you're the new prosecutor everyone's talking about, eh? They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age. At 20, Your Honor. Guess I'll let him kid. He hasn't earned himself much of a reputation yet, huh? Uh-oh. Their voices are too similar. Gonna have to give him an accent. Come on, Mia. Can't lose. That's someone younger than you. Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct? Precisely. But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day that the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered. So we're here to determine if Mr. Faust is responsible for her death? You got it, kitten. He's got the hots for me. I know it. It's that Mia charm. Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement. I've probably been saying Maya this whole time, but it's Mia. It's Mia. Yes, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Fowles, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. Oof. A truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. Correct. But in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. Ooh, look at that smile. A witness's testimony. The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Fowles at the scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Fowles throw his young victim into the... Oh, wow. So that scene at the beginning there was the flashback to this, but now we flash back to a new scene in which this guy killed her. Ooh. This is wild. So Valerie Hawthorne is the killer? Or maybe she was wrong. Maybe this guy who we're protecting really did kill her. Huh. Who knows? Who knows what's going on here? We'll have to wait and see. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is very well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fallen are never recovered. It's afternoon sight to go throw yourself. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. You know, Edgeworth, how many bodies have gone in this river? This feels like something we should really, stop? Most bodies, alright. So Miss Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away. That policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be... Exactly. The victim. The same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Aha! I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago, with only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him. That's a little bit of assumptiveness work there, Mr. Udgy. Ah! The truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty. Wait a minute, that's not right. At least hear the case before you're deciding the outcome, Your Honor. Oh, watch yourself, Miss Fay. I'm not sure I care for your word of choice or your tone of voice. Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders. Why, you're even younger than me, you hypocrite! Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness. I called the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case. Wait. Gumshoe! He doesn't have green, though! Witness, state your name and occupation. Gumshoe. Dick Gumshoe. I'm with the homicide detectives in charge of this case, sir. I finally got promoted to detective division half a year ago. I don't believe anyone asked you about that. Hey, ma'am. You got an idea how much work it takes? What is it? You're really gorgeous. Excuse me. No, seriously. It's aching for you. Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache. Already a year and a half on the job and his money is already down the toilet. Okay, I got it. Now, detective, tell us about the incident. Yes, sir. Right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on the police force, sir. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir. I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. Okay. This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge, sir. And the river that runs under there is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there, on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. You know, someone should really fix the fact that that suspension bridge is clearly lacking some planks. He was recaptured at the police checkpoint as he tried to make his getaway, sir. I see. We do not have much to go on. Mia came with nothing. Maya came with nothing at all. Good. Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? The victim, Sergeant Mallory Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there were no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they ever met there. Your Honor. If you will listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm not sure I like you wagging your finger at me as though I was some hoser. Detective, proceed with your testimony. I don't think this is the same Udgy. This looks like the Udgy that was in the other case with with Mr. Payne. Yes, sir. Here we go, Mia. Hang on. Okay, now, listen carefully, kitten. One little mistake and this guy will drink you from morning tea. Trust me and get ready. Oh, so he has an addiction to tea now. That's interesting. What is up with Diego? On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time to meet with Mr. Fowles. And that's when she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body in the car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Fowles was arrested at the police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. That's awkward. Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge. Naturally. Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination? Hurry up? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination coming right up. Hey, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. Oh, it is coffee. Oh, this is totally fucking God. Are you kidding me? I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here. Courtroom can be a cold battlefield, alright? Especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in here. You got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you've got, kitten. It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching. Oh dear. Well, at least she already expects me to go, on the day of the incident, an unknown person met with the... What the... Huh? Excuse me, miss, what is this? It's nothing. I'm just saving my game. Saving your game? Yes, I suppose that's alright. I never thought people could save their game. Oh, what the... No, come on! Alright, we're good. Enough of that, Ross. Wasn't funny the first 8 times you did it. Okay, let's ask. This unknown person, you have no idea who it might be, correct? Sorry, but I'm afraid I do. What? The one who called with Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Fowles. What? The defendant? The defendant called her? Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. Sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Fowles.
A note?
Yeah, top secret memo that she left on her desk. Well, that's good. We'll just have to build her evidence from here. According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Fowles.
Oh, whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me?
Huh. Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer.
It's the detective's fault. He's the one that said unknown person.
Hey now, don't make that face at me. I just said it that way because the prosecutor told me to.
Was that a trap? With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky.
Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge. Alright, let's take a look. That bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia. Dahlia? Dahlia Hawthorne. Wait, Dahlia? Hold up. Dahlia Hawthorne. Wait. Oh, who's Dahlia Hawthorne? I know a Dahlia. Fuck. Who's Dahlia? Shit. Where do I know a Dahlia Hawthorne from? Wait a minute. Case 1? That can't be right. The Phoenix's girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh. I know what's going on here. Whoa. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, this is pretty wild, actually. I think that's Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne's sister. What's up with this? Huh. Interesting. I'm really curious now. Alright, Sergeant Hawthorne. I did not catch that earlier. A bridge up in the mountains, but why meet there? Because it's a very important place to the defendant. That's why. What do you mean by that? If you remember, 5 years ago the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed the hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge. The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Fowles. But, return to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic. Yeah, that's where she was brutally murdered, sir.
Was the body of the victim discovered right away?
Ha, yeah. We were really on the ball. We found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It was great. We even got to say, don't move. We got you surrounded.
Wait a second. Isn't there something weird about that?
The location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how did they find out about the crime so quickly? Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right? If that's what had happened, then she would have been killed. She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Fowles, but she left a note in her desk about it. If only I had noticed her earlier, maybe she'd still be alive.
I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone.
Criminal stuffed her body. Did we get that as crime evidence? No, just a note. Okay. Stuffed her body into the car.
Mr. Fowles had a car then?
Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both were up there by car. I mean, how else, right? What? You mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves.
Is this guy sure about how he feels? About anything! This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Aww. That's fucked up. Naturally, that's the body of Valley Hawthorne there. Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable. That's your first thing there? Alright, I guess he's seen a lot, so that would be his first note. The victim. She was stabbed in the back, correct? Yeah. Huh. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. We're talking about a woman here. You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back nice and firm. Why are you talking so, like, nonchalantly about this? The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy at the trunk of the car? There's a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange, do you? Anyway, hold up. What did the defendant have to say about this photo? Well, he always says, ma'am, I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing. That's all he says. Nothing. I wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car. It's just what he says, Your Honor. And then he always says, sorry, I told a little lie. Or something like that. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested. Precisely. Mr. Fowles was arrested at the police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. Let's hear it. That certainly is some impressive police work. Well, no. Actually, it was way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. We figured that Mr. Fowles might just try to run. What do you mean it was too close for comfort? The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 p.m. And it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint. It was kind of close. Any later, and Mr. Fowles could have slipped right by. Listen up, kitten. There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony. A trap? Walk into it carelessly and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh? No, it's not! Well, if you won't have any chance at all, you'd better get some more information. And if you're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards. The ever-famous contradictions. I'm sure we can find some of those. I mean, I got caught in the trap of finding the victims. No. Oh, wait a minute. I get it.
So what he hinted at there was that I should get in the trap, find this note, which is important, and then use this note as a contradiction.
I was thinking this. I looked at this photo. And around her neck, it doesn't look like she's wearing the scarf. That was told to wear the white scarf, yeah. Wear white scarf for identification. She's not wearing the white scarf. Or is she? Like, what is that? I mean, that kind of looks like a scarf. Let me look at the profile for her. I don't know. Doesn't look like she's wearing much of a scarf. Anything else? Talk to Dolly. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. I don't know. I guess we'll use that in a bit, but for the time being, let's just press through everything a second time and take a look. Just in case. For the time being, let's just press everything and see if there's some more dialogue that might happen. As usual, it's just always good to check these. I'm getting the feeling that's what I had to do. No. I'm waiting for the music to stop. That would usually be a tell. Alright, so we have to actually press a contradiction. Gotcha. Well, in that case, this is what I want to press at. So, let's just take a quick look at everything we got here. Death from blow loss between 4 and 5, that's good. Dusky Map Bridge, located about 40 feet. I see no contradictions there, as far as I know, at least with this one.
And the crime photo. It's the same exact photo. Yeah. I'm gonna say it's the scarf. Let's go with that. Objection! There we go. Witness?
What is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye?
I'm sorry. I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is the first time I've ever had to actually address someone like that.
Yeah, you should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this.
Say there, little kitten. Want a piece of my coffee candy? Candy? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. Oh, come on, Mia, shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective!
Yes, ma'am.
This photo. You said that there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim.
The note?
It very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like. Thus, this special request.
I
have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where's the white scarf at? I can't seem to find it in this photo.
Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am.
And you stopped there? You should have looked for it.
She has a bit more bite than Phoenix, I will say that. The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I'd expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this?
I see the defense is a little lacking. The scarf you're searching so desperately for. Is this the one, perchance?
Where'd you find that, sir?
On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation.
Why? Why didn't you tell me?
I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know. That hot shot sure is a flair for the dramatic. It's not exactly white, as the caller requested, but as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for.
It looks like I spent some time in the mud.
Not surprising. It was drizzling on the mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth. He was intentionally hiding the scarf the whole time.
The court will accept the scarf into evidence. This is the trap you were supposed to not fall for, you dumbass.
Oh well. I had a feeling. That one was a little too easy. I mean, it was hard to tell exactly if it was a scarf that was being worn, but I guess it would have been, like, totally obvious if she was wearing a scarf. Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, my laptop over there keeps, like, flashing for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, that's why. What the fuck? It's like I have some stuff highlighted and it keeps, like, blinking out of the window. I'd like to move on with the testimony. It is alright with you, isn't it, Miss Faye? Yeah, I'm done with that line of questioning. Get the fuck out of here. Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck. Very good. Now if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively, and with hard evidence, that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on the bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there.
That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all about it.
Oh, everything is moving at his whim. Don't forget, kitten, there's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. A genius, huh?
He's really good at following Von Karma's footsteps like an asshole.